Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming to the regularly scheduled Ways and Means Committee. And I have with me on the dais Councilmember Johnson, Fletcher, Councilmember Palmisano, and Vice President Jenkins. And we have a quorum, and therefore we can conduct today's business. We have 31 items on the agenda today, all on consent, and I will read them, and they are as follows. Oh, and by the way, my name is Abdul Wasami, and I'm the chair of the committee. I forgot to introduce myself. So the consent items are as follows. Item number 1 is a legal settlement of Brian Southwell versus the city of Minneapolis. Item number 2 is a legal settlement claim of Christine McPherson. Item number 3 is a legal settlement workers' compensation claim of Paul Doherty. Item number 4 is a legal settlement workers' compensation claim of Gerald Williams. Item number 5 is a legal settlement, another workers' compensation claim of William Allred. Item number 6 is a bid for heating, ventilation, and air conditioning air handler coil project at the Target Center. Item number 7 is a contract amendment with Premier Electrical Corporation for the Minneapolis Convention Center lighting update project. Item number 8 is a contracts with Piper Sandler, RBC Capital Markets LLC, Doherty & Co. LLC, and Robert W. Bird & Co. Incorporated for bond underwriting services. Item number 9 is an appointed position in the finance department, and this is for the manager, investment, and debt management. Item number 10 is an appointed position in the 911 department, director of the Minneapolis Emergency Communication Center. Item number 11 is an appointed position in the City Coordinator's Office, and this is for the Deputy City Coordinator of Engagement. Item number 12 is a collective bargaining agreement, and this is for the Convention Center Production Technicians Unit, and it's from 2020 through to 2022. Item number 13 is a Civil Service Commission appointment, and setting a public hearing for February 25th, 2020 to consider the reappointment by the Executive Committee of Macy Wheeler for seat 3 for a 3-year term beginning March 1st, 2020 and ending February 28th, 2023. And number 14 is a reappointment of the city assessor, and this is setting a public hearing for February 25th, 2020 to consider the reappointment by the Executive Committee of Patrick Todd to the appointed position of city assessor for a 2-year term beginning January 2nd, 2020. And number 15 is a grant application to Hennepin County's Environmental Response Fund for Minnesota brownfields. Item number 16 is a contract amendment with Employ Milwaukee, Inc. for employment and training services. Item number 17 is a vacation leave benefits for appointed employees. Item number 18 is a contract amendment with Abbott Informatics Corporation for additional licenses, training, maintenance, support, and on-site professional services for the Laboratory Information Management System for the Minneapolis Police Crime Lab Unit. Item number 19 is a contract amendment with Verint Americas, Inc. for 311 Lagan System. Number 20 is a contract with N. Harris Computer Corporation for implementation, maintenance, and support of the iNova software solution for utility billing in the public service building. Item number 21 is an amendment to notes for various outstanding city homebuyer assistance loans. Item number 22 is a 2019 Metropolitan Council Livable Communities Demonstration Account, Pre-Development and Development, and LCDA Transit-Oriented Development Grants Awards. Item number 23 is a contract with Logis for Workforce Director System. Item number 24 is a contract with Downtown Improvement District for the Minneapolis Downtown Improvement District's Summer Police and Police Reserve Program. Item number 25 is a grant, it's a gift acceptance from the Minneapolis Police K-9 Foundation for equipment, K-9 training, and travel-related costs. Item number 26 is a 4th Street Southeast Street resurfacing, project approval, and assessment. Item number 27 is a Dorman South Residential Street resurfacing, project approval, and assessment. Item number 28 is a contract amendment with Global Specialty Contractors, Inc. for PV Plaza construction project. Item number 29 is a contract amendment with Swanson and Youngdale, Inc. for cleaning and coating of thickener tanks at the dewatering plant. Item number 30 is a joint powers agreement with the City of Columbia Heights for 37th Avenue Northeast, 5th Street Northeast to Central Avenue Northeast Street Resurfacing Project. And the final item, item number 31, is a bid for Hennepin Avenue Downtown, Washington Avenue to 12th Street roadway and streetscape reconstruction project. And we've been joined by Councilmember Cunningham as well, so thank you for joining us, Councilmember. And I move approval of all items. And is there any discussions? And I see Councilmember Fletcher has comment or discussion. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Chair Warsame. Not pulling anything for discussion, but it would feel remiss to approve an over $23 million contract without at least commenting on the scope of the project that we're undertaking. It's been heavily discussed in other committees, and there's been a lot of engagement around really planning out this Hennepin Avenue construction project to make sure that it's contributing factor to a vibrant future for the Hennepin Avenue corridor downtown, and I'm excited about it, but this is a pretty big item coming through, so I just wanted to note that this is what it feels like to spend $23 million on something really important to the whole city.
Wonderful. All right, thank you very much. Any other comments? Council Vice President Fletcher. Jenkins, sorry.
Oh, I think Councilmember Palmisano was in queue.
Yeah, we'll give you the first.
Thank you, Chair. I did want to actually pull item number 16 just for clarity. The contract amendment would employ Milwaukee. And then I had another question about item number 22, number 1, pre-development funds from the Met Council regarding the Upper Harbor Terminal, and just curious as to what are the specifications of use of those pre-development funds, if there is anyone available to
Thank you very much.
address that.
We do have our city interim coordinator here, Mr. Mark Ruff, who I think item number 16, from what I heard on agenda setting, was basically a standard training funding program that we have with this employee Milwaukee Inc. And I think it was a Midwest, number of cities in the Midwest kind of collaborating.
Okay.
That's how I thought it. But I think Mark might have more additional information.
Mr. Chair, Council Vice President, on both of these items, they are directly related to our Community Planning and Economic Development Department. And I think the best solution would be for me to contact the appropriate staff person and have them reach out to you individually. And certainly if other council members have some of the same questions, we can share that information. But I don't have any more detail than what was talked about at agenda setting, which Chair Warsame mentioned was at a higher level. You know.
Got it. All right. Yeah, I'd be grateful for that.
More update for you. Okay. All right. And Council Member Palmisano, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just wanted to make a comment on item number 17. This is the vacation leave benefits for appointed employees. This item was discussed and had a presentation from Ricka Stenerson at Executive Committee. It then came to Enterprise for approval, and I asked that it be routed here because it didn't have a fiscal note. And while I appreciate that we want to make our city as an attractive an employer as possible and make it possible for people to leave other kinds of jobs and come here, we do have to recognize that these extra benefits do come with some type of fiscal impact. So that fiscal note is now attached. In brief, it's about $305,000, only 10% of which would be realized every year. But I really want to encourage my colleagues to join us for the discussion. We have a study session happening on Thursday about leave benefits overall, because that's been an ongoing, long conversation about how we consider benefits in our city and how we do so for city employees. So I look forward to having more conversations about other types of leave this Thursday. And we did modify the start time slightly. It's at 10:30 a.m. and it's in room 319. So that's just wanted to mention that.
Thank you very much. And Council Member Cunningham.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I wanted to speak to the question that was asked about the Upper Harbor Terminal allocation, the pre-development dollars. As it says in the RCA, this grant will be going towards community engagement efforts in a stormwater analysis. We will be having at the end of March or early April, we'll be having a presentation to the EDRS committee with the I believe 3 development scenarios that will be then going out to community for 3 months of community engagement, which is quite a robust amount of engagement on a project to be able to whittle it down from the 3 down to 1 preferred option. So this will help support those efforts as well as help us get a better understanding of what the stormwater needs are for the site.
Thank you very much to Councilmember Cunningham, and thank you for your leadership on that item and Upper Harbor Terminal. And I think it answered some of your questions.
Yeah.
We'll
No,
get
it
in
does.
touch with the folks at CPET to give you more information. Any other discussions? So I move the approval of all 31 items. All those in approval say aye.
Aye.
Those against? And those items have been approved, and we have no further items on our agenda, and we are adjourned. Thank you very much.